Hi everyone, it's Skillshot from 99 Sports, and this is the NFL Week 9 Pick'em Live. Thanks to you guys for showing up. It's been a busy morning. We went from gaming videos to Let's Play to Chill with Kills. You guys can catch that on the 99. I've been running around looting zombies and getting attacked and doing a whole lot of stuff this morning. So a little bit of sports is a welcome addition to what I got going on. Also, I just got the terrible news that Leonard Fournette is benched for team violation, and he is my fantasy stud. It's like I survived through him being injured, I survived the bye week, and then I'm ready to get him back, and then they bench him. So luckily I do have Adrian Peterson. My fantasy team right now is 8-0, so I just kind of want to give you guys a heads up. I know Tommy will love this. My quarterback is Carson Wentz. My two running backs are Todd Gurley and Leonard Fournette. I have DeAndre Hopkins, Mike Evans at wide receivers. I've got Evan Ingram at tight end. I've got my flex, Chris Thompson, who's a number 8 rated running back. I also have Devin Funchess. He should get a few more looks now that Kelvin Benjamin has been traded. And then defense and a couple other things. But could be a tough day for Wentz going up against Denver's defense. So I'm a little worried about my fantasy team today. I was feeling pretty good as long as I had Leonard Fournette, but then now this is, we'll see. Hopefully Adrian Peterson has a big comeback. I need that. I need AP to pull me through because the team I'm playing has Dak Prescott, a couple other people, Des Bryant. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, currently 8-0 and just trying to hold my own. So thanks everybody. Appreciate all of you guys being here. It's been a crazy couple days of sports. We've got college football upsets. What in the world is going on with Ohio State? You guys, I was totally off on some of my predictions yesterday, but hopefully I can make it back and redeem myself today. No, they haven't, Tommy. I'm telling you, I am fully on board with the Eagles bandwagon. And, well, one, because they're playing well. Number two, because Carson Wentz is on my fantasy team. But also, real quick announcement before we get into these picks. If you guys have not noticed, you'll also see sports games are now on the 999 Sports channel. So I want to develop it just a little bit more. We've got live streams. We'll do some videos with different news. But this will also allow me to just to kind of broaden the horizon a little bit to some of the fans that are out there. There's going to be a couple games that I'll play that I'll do simulations like Madden. I may just set up a team, do simulations. We'll talk about it a little bit, do some pack openings, just a little bit of everything. So that's kind of what's going on in my world. So let's get to these picks and let you guys get ready and set up your fantasy teams and do all of those stuff. I want to say what's up to the people that are here. Steph, Tommy, Six-Eyed Sports in the house. Tommy is I have to stop. He's bringing up the fact that I did. You know what? I don't even want to revisit that. I did pick the Giants to win the East. I thought Beckham, Eli would have a bounce-back year. I didn't give the Eagles a lot of credit, but I see my ways. Hey, I did pick your Sixers though as a long shot to make the playoffs. So I said I thought they'd get in at number 8. They'd make a little bit of noise. So we'll see. They might actually get higher than that. All right, here we go. There's a couple good games, but then there's a couple sleepers today that. Sleepers, I literally mean go to sleep, don't watch the game. But I guess bad football is better than a lot of other stuff that's out there. So we're going to start out with the Falcons at the Panthers. Falcons 4-3, Panthers 5-3. This is a battle for first place. So the Falcons, as bad as they've looked at times this year, can actually be in sole possession of, well, hang on, where are the, I'm sorry, the Saints are 5-2. I won't say sole possession of first place, but they can get back into it. They can't be sole possession of first place if the Saints win. So the Falcons are a 2.5-point favorite over the Panthers. Little disrespect to Carolina at home. You would think Carolina would be the favorite. I'm not saying Atlanta can't win, but I'm a little surprised in this point spread that maybe they use it as a little bit of fuel. What concerns me a little bit is I think the Falcons' defense on paper should be a little better than Carolina's. And I also think the Falcons' offense is just waiting to sort of kick it into high gear. I like the Falcons, even in a little bit of a disrespect game. I think they go in and take care of business. I'm going to take Atlanta 24 Carolina 20. Atlanta by 4. I like Atlanta plus the points. How about the Colts and the Texans? I mean, and I said this before, I don't know how the Colts even got 2 wins. The Colts are a bad football team. The Texans 3-4. We do know Deshaun Watson is out. That's a huge, huge blow to the Texan. But Savage at some point has to step up and be a professional quarterback. I like the Texans. I like the Texans to cover the 6 points. I don't even think it's going to be close regardless. I think at some point the Colts are going to check out. They're going to stop playing. I like this too, Tommy. Tommy says Texans by 10 plus. I'm absolutely right there with you. I think this could be the spread of the day. I like the Texans actually by 2 touchdowns in this game. So I'm going to say Texans go in and still manage to get 28 points against a boring Indy team that only manages 14. Question I have for you is why are we still playing, not we, because I'm not an Indy fan. There you go, Jeff. Jeff is saying 20 plus. Why are we not focusing Stop it, don't do it again. Why is Indy not focusing more and giving the ball to Mac? Is this just like token, give it to Frank Gore, let him ride his career? I mean, they got to move on. You got T.Y. Hilton. T.Y. Hilton obviously can play. Jacoby Brissett, not a long-term solution there because they gave all that money to Andrew Luck. I mean, maybe he has to be. But I just think instead of Mac being on the field for like 25, 26 snaps a game, they should just say, you know what, Frank, it's time to move on. Let's start building our future. I don't know. That's just my thought. So, Texans, big, big blowout win, even without Deshaun Watson. Wow, what would this point spread have been if Watson was playing? 13? It'd have been big. All right, as I mentioned a little bit earlier, this is my disappointment game of the day. And I'm going to do something. I'm going to do something a little bit crazy here. I don't know what the team rule is, and I know Tom Coughlin is big on team rules. Cincinnati playing at Jacksonville. I'm going to go out on a limb here. Jacksonville is a 5.5-point favorite. I'm picking Cincinnati to go into Jacksonville and beat Jacksonville. Look, I know there's a lot of hype around the Jags defense. They've been playing solid. They got some big wins. But Jacksonville is 4-3. You're 4-3, Jacksonville. You got perhaps one of the best running backs coming up in a long, long time. I don't know what the team rule is, but unless it was something really, really bad, let the man play. First of all, I'm mad because I need him in my fantasy team. Number 2, I like him. You know, was he late to a meeting? Did he do something? It's got to be a big, big deal to bench him. But without Fournette, I am not putting any faith in Blake Bortles. Cincinnati goes in. Cincinnati's going to turn their season around. If the Bengals get the win, they're 4-4. They're not out of this thing. And the Jags fall to 4-4. So now you're talking about potential wild card matchups, and they would have a tiebreaker against Jacksonville. This is a big, big turnaround. You know what I'll say, Tommy? Coughlin may be big on discipline, but he didn't have a whole lot of discipline the last year he was at New York. And a lot of times they let Odell Beckham run around and do whatever the hell he wanted to do. So, yes, I get it, but I'm going to say Doug Marrone, Jacksonville, you're still Jacksonville. I would have played him, fine him, give him a fine, slap him on the hand, do something. You don't bench your best player. He is their best player. So it's going to come back to haunt them. Cincinnati gets the win. Andy Dalton proves the critics wrong. A.J. Green, monster game against the Jags defense. Cincinnati 21, Jacksonville 17. Cincinnati pulls the upset, goes to 4-4. All right, moving on. Saints and the Bucks. Wasn't Kelly talking a lot of noise about the Bucks earlier in the year? Who was that? Was that Kel? I don't remember. But meanwhile, the Bucks are 2-5. And the Saints are 5-2. And the Saints have been a 500 team for the last couple years. This year, they've got a touch of defense, which is all they really need. Breeze is still a beast. I'm hoping that Mike Evans. Okay, maybe it wasn't. I thought you picked the Bucs though early on. Oh, Tommy picked them to win the division. Yeah, how's that feeling? It's probably feeling like my pick to win for the Giants to win, right? Okay. Saints 7-point favorite. This is make or break for the Bucs. They got Winston back today. 5 losses. Young, confident quarterback. I like the Bucs to cover the spread. The Saints to win. And we're going to say New Orleans edges out Tampa. Tampa's still not a bad team at 2-5. I'm going to take New Orleans 31-28. I like Tampa plus the 7 points. And I really need Mike Evans to have a big game. You guys pray for Evans. Can we get a hashtag pray for Evans? Actually, you know what? It might be pray for AP because somebody's got to get me some points. All right, moving on to the Rams. And this is going to be my fantasy leader, hopefully. The Giants still have some pride on their defense. Rams are coming in 5-2, 6-point favorite. They're going to get a dose of Gurley. I can't say his name with a straight face. I think Gurley has a big game. I think the Giants play some other players. Now, this game is probably the most important fantasy game for me today because I have Gurley for the Rams and I have Evan Ingram for the Giants. And they need that tight end. They need him to become a star. Get Beckham back healthy, Shepard back healthy. They still need a running game, but the tight end could take a little bit more pressure off of them. I do like the Rams. Are the Rams good enough to give anybody? Woo! Oh, whoa. Tommy's taking the Rams 37-17. That's a little much for me. I don't have that much confidence in the Rams. I would love for the Rams to score that many because then that means Todd Gurley would have a heck of a game. The thing about the Giants, and I don't think the Giants ever give up on a season. I'm taking, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to take the Giants to cover the spread. I can't bring myself to bet on the Giants at 1-6. How about 24-21? 24-21. Giants lose a close one. And here it is. This is where. So Ann coming in 20-17. I like it. Same thing, 3-point spread, right, Ann? Yeah, Jeff, I know, but the thing about the Giants is they could check out on the season. And I'm just going to be honest with you. It would not surprise me one bit if the Giants won this game. They shouldn't. They shouldn't care. They should start thinking about the future. I mean, they have no chance to come back and even get in a wild card, even if they roll off 2 or 3 in a row. But that's kind of what they do, right? So it wouldn't surprise me if they come out and get a win today. Broncos and the Eagles. Eagles 7-point favorite. So I know Tommy's going to be all over this one. Eagles are a very good football team. Denver is a very good defensive football team. So the question is going to be, can Denver run the ball enough to take the pressure off Brock Osweiler? Osweiler can get the ball to Demaryius Thomas. And just like Mitchell Trubisky pumped some life into Chicago, this Denver team might actually rally around Osweiler. So I would have never thought that the Eagles would be 7-1 at this point, and at the same time, I wouldn't think the Broncos would be 3-4. So I am going to take the Eagles, but I am going to take the Eagles in an absolute nail-biter. I'm going to bet on your boy Carson Wentz. Denver gets out in front of this game. Watch. It's going to happen. It's going to happen this way. So Denver takes an early lead. Carson Wentz pulls them out at the very end, drives them down the field for a late game field goal. Philly over Denver, 26-24. Denver 24-23. Looks like the Broncos are going to take control. Carson Wentz drives them down the field. Philly kicks a late field goal. 26-24. Philly does not cover the spread. All right, Ravens and the Titans. Ravens 4-4. Titans 4-3. Titans still got a shot here. Marcus Mariota, Delaney Walker. This is going to be one of those low-scoring, defensive, probably smash-mouth football games. Look, as soon as I say that, it'll be like 38-35. It'll be a shootout, right? This one, really, I struggle with this one. I'm going to take the Titans only because they're at home, and I do think they cover. You know what? It's a push. Tennessee, 20. Baltimore, 17. It's a push. Stay away from it. And then we got the Cardinals against the 49ers. Cardinals still 3-4. Season is not over. Backup quarterback. You've got the 49ers not playing Garoppolo. Season is over. They don't want to lose out. They do want to win, and they do want to play competitively, and I think they will. However, I think a Bruce Arians coach team, they can spread the ball out, get the ball to the backs. I look for Ellington to have a pretty good day. Hopefully AP can come through. I need AP big in fantasy football. The game is more important to the Cardinals. I think the Cardinals get the win and get back to 500. I'm going to take Arizona against San Fran. And I think Arizona, 27-20, Arizona by touchdown. Speaking of 3-4, we've got Washington at Seattle. Kirk Cousins is back on the chopping block again. You know, are they going to sign Cousins? Are they not? That seems to be like all the news. Jordan Reed, love the guy, tons of talent. Can't stay healthy. I wish they would bench Rob Kelly. I don't know what he's averaging per carry, but I would say Rob Kelly is probably under 3 yards a carry. I can't even say it. 3 yards a Kelly. That's right. I want Chris Thompson to be an every down back. I do think Chris Thompson will be on the field a lot today because if they get behind, they're going to have to throw. I need a big fantasy day out of Chris Thompson. This one might hurt. Seattle is at home. I'm going to go with Seattle against Washington. Seattle's given 9. This is closer than the experts think. (30-27) Seahawks by 3. 9 points is just too much. Washington isn't a terrible football team. 9 points is something you give a team like San Francisco. So I don't see Seattle covering the 9 points. This is a very interesting game to me. The Chiefs at the Cowboys. Cowboys are favored. Cowboys 4-3. Chiefs 6-2. Once again, Kansas City's got to be thinking like we're Philadelphia. You know, we're good and we don't get any respect. I like the Chiefs in this game. I'm going to take the underdog Chiefs. I think they got too much speed. I think they got a good front line. I'm taking Kansas City to go into Dallas. Take care of business. Kansas City 24, Dallas 21. Take Kansas City in the upset. And this game on paper is actually more important than you would realize. The Raiders and the Dolphins. The Raiders are not out of it at 3-5. The Dolphins are 4-3. Surprising 4-3, I might add. Miami is a 3.5-point underdog at home. They traded their starting running back. Their head coach said their offense is the worst in football. I'm taking the Dolphins. I like, you know what? Hold on one second. Hold on. Who's starting a quarterback today for the Dolphins? Matt Moore or Jay Cutler? If you guys can type who's starting today. If Jay Cutler's starting, I'm taking the Raiders. I'm just telling you. I am not a Cutler fan. He'll find ways to lose the game. So as soon as I see someone acknowledge that, I'll completely change my mind. Matt Moore should be playing. The receivers run better routes for Matt Moore. They're more interested in playing when Matt Moore is playing. The offensive line protects the quarterback. All right, if Cutler is playing, I'm taking the Raiders. I'm actually totally changing my mind. Oakland goes into Miami, beats Miami because of Jay Cutler's 2 interceptions. Take the Raiders, 27-21, Oakland. And it'll probably be worse than that. And Matt Moore will probably come in and get him a late touchdown. And then you're going to be like, well, why didn't they just play him to begin with? And let's go ahead and go on record for tomorrow night. Lions at the Packers. Brett Hundley. Matthew Stafford. You know what? I'm going to take Stafford. I think the Lions go into Green Bay. Green Bay's holding out hope. Lions 28, Green Bay 24. I'll take the Lions. All right, we're going to run through it one more time and do our picks. So we've got, starting out from the very top, I've got Atlanta going in, taking care of business against Carolina, 24-20. Houston Texans, big over Indy, 28-14. Cincinnati pulling the upset against Jacksonville, 21-17. New Orleans in a very, very close, good high-scoring game, 31-28, closer than the experts think. How about we've got the Giants and also the Rams. Rams go in 24-21. Giants still playing tough. Not going to give up on their coach, but they're not going to get the win. I know I'm going to get some oohs and ahs. Broncos and Philly. Philly, 26-24. Late field goal to actually pull it out. Looks like the Broncos have the win. 24-23. Philly comes back. How about Tennessee and Baltimore? I got Tennessee winning by a field goal. Low-scoring game, 20-17. Arizona, San Francisco, 27-20 Arizona. Seattle and Washington. Seattle takes care of business, 30-27. Closer than the 9-point spread, but Seattle still gets the win at home. Kansas City goes into Dallas, 24-21. And last, we got 2 more. And then we got Oakland, 27-21 over Miami. And then the Monday night game, Lions take care of Green Bay, 28-24. Actually, I have Devontae Adams. Hopefully I can pick up on waivers, but I don't think I'll be able to get him into the game this week. So that is, little Tommy in the house. What's up? Little Tommy, what is your pick of the day? So, or actually, I know what your pick of the day is. How big of a game do you think Carson Wentz is going to have against the Broncos? And while little Tommy has given me the answer to Carson Wentz, I'm going to ask the rest of you, give me your, he's got the Eagles. Of course you have the Eagles. Hey, put on that Carson Wentz jersey. I need a big, big game from Carson Wentz today. Okay, everybody, we're going to wind the stream down because we have some fantasy football and some FanDuel to do. So I'm just going to ask everybody one time, if you had to pick one game of the day, then, 3 TDs, I love it. Put in the comments right now, what is your lock of the day? And I'm going to pick a 3-team parlay for everybody. This is going to be my 3-team special. So give me your lock of the day, and I will give you my 3-teamer. I'm going to read out a few of yours as well. Tommy's got the Texans. You know what? That's my lock of the day as well. I think there's going to be some closely contested games. Brene has the Panthers as the lock of the day. Jeff says the Saints. Tommy's got the Jags, the Texans, and the Eagles as a three-teamer. I'm staying away from that Eagles game. Wait, Tommy, you can't have the Eagles because didn't you pick the Eagles to win by 6 and their spread they're given 7. So does that mean you're picking the Broncos plus the points? Kale has the Broncos barely over the Eagles. Yeah, if you had them at 6, they're a 7-point favorite, I think. Let me look this up real quick. Yeah, Eagles are 7. That's why I'm staying away from it. I'm staying away from it because the Broncos' defense can still keep them in games. Okay, here it is. This isn't going to be the most popular parlay I've ever done, but this is my three-teamer. I love Houston. I'm taking Cincinnati plus the 5.5. I got them to win outright, so I love the points in this. And I'm taking Kansas City on the road. I think the Chiefs are a better team. I think they're better coached. I think they have more talent. They have more speed. I know it's in Dallas, but I still like the Chiefs. So I'm going Chiefs, Cincinnati, Houston. If I had to sub one team out, I guess, over the other one, it would probably be, you know what, the Cardinals. Actually, you know what, I'm going to scratch this. I'm going to give you the Cardinals, too. I got the Cardinals winning by 7. I'll take the Cardinals as well. And the Raiders are favored over the Dolphins. Why not? You know what? I'll give you a 5-teamer. Houston, Cincinnati, Arizona, KC, and Oakland. There you go, 5-teamer. Hey, thanks, everybody. Appreciate you guys being a part of the NFL streams. As always, every Saturday we have college football streams, college football predictions. They're not always right, but they're fun to do. Hopefully you guys will do well on your fantasy team. We're going to add a few more streams here as well, talk a little bit of fantasy football. I gave you guys just a little bit of tidbit for my team today. So had to bench Leonard Fournette and put in Adrian Peterson, so I'm hoping for a big game. I got Carson Wentz, hoping for another big game, but we'll see if I can take it to 9-0. And also, as we mentioned at the beginning of this video, we are doing sports gaming on here as well. So if you guys want to see a little bit of Madden, you want to see a little bit of NBA Live, some baseball, bowling, wrestling, whatever you want to see, we will add it. So thanks, everybody. If you guys could slap the like button. And if you guys are watching the playback of this, leave your game of the day as well, too. Thanks once again. My name's Killshot, and there will be videos on all of our channels all day long. We've got Walking Dead spoilers coming up tonight. I'm going to have a comic book read for you guys. We're getting closer to Negan, introduction in the comic book read, and also a few additional videos on gameplays. Kelly's like, play some golf. Yeah, I'll find a golf game for you guys as well. That could be exciting. All right. I love it. Gronk, spike the like button, everybody. Talk to y'all soon. Peace.